Hey everybody, Dean Kulawira, IT recruiter at SRA Staffing here in Toronto, Canada. Just doing my weekly Wednesday midweek job search tip and checking in with everybody. Hope everybody's job search is going well. If you haven't done so already, make sure you check out my article which I released on Monday evening. It's on how to make an effective phone call to a recruiter. That's a common inquiry or question I get from a lot of people who reach out to me. They ask me, Dean, how do I really want to speak to and call out make calls to recruiters. How do I make that call? What should I say? How should I structure the call? So I wrote an article to address that. So make sure you check it out if you haven't already. Thank you so much to everybody who has checked it out and liked it and commented on it. I hope that it was helpful for those of you who read it. So make sure you continue sharing it, or I guess you can't like it more than once, but make sure you do share it with your network. It's definitely some information that I feel a lot of people would benefit from. And also, don't just read the article, but try and implement what you read on there as well. If you haven't tried what I'm suggesting in the article, make sure you try it out, because if you don't try it out, you don't know if it works. At least if you try it out, if it doesn't work, you can say, hey Dean, I tried it out, it didn't work, it's not effective, what do I do? So feel free to give me your feedback as well. But I did get a couple of people actually who read the article actually call me and used that template, and they kept me on the phone and told me about their background, which I really enjoyed. So I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for reading. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is my midweek Wednesday job search tip is I'm gonna go back to last Saturday when I was at that networking meeting that I was at, where I was one of the guests. And something that I kind of closed the event with was, I told the people present is, motivation is one thing, staying motivated in your job search is one thing, but taking action, that's a totally different ballgame. That's a totally different concept. So it's not enough to just stay motivated and feel motivated and yay and I feel so good, but it's a totally different thing to actually take action. Act on what you've learned. Act on, for example, my posts, the stuff that I suggest, my articles, or anyone else that you follow on LinkedIn, right? Like, don't just read the stuff. Don't just read it and feel good about yourself and then, go through your day and not do anything different. So make sure that you actually put into action what you learn or what you feel motivated about. And my personal views about motivation, and some of you might not like it, but I personally think motivation is really overrated. Like me personally, at a professional level, or even just in general, I never depend on feeling motivated myself, only because I know that although it is good to feel motivated and excited and all of that, the only thing better than motivation is production. And the way I see it is that production will beat motivation any time of the day. You take someone who just feels something, feels happy, feels motivated. You put them up against someone who's focused on producing, on production, on getting something done. I mean, the second person is probably going to win because they're the ones taking action, right? Now, the ideal situation is, you're feeling motivated, you're feeling excited, and you're putting into action. You're making use of that energy, and you're putting into action what you want to do, what you want to get done. But my point, again, going back to what my thoughts on production. No matter how you feel in your job search, now I know a lot of you who are in your job search, you might be in kind of a really dark place. Maybe you're not getting any interviews, any phone calls, any return calls, no momentum. So what I'm suggesting is, first of all, it's okay to feel that way. It doesn't mean that something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean you need to take any medication or pills or anything like that. It's completely normal. Like, everybody feels that way. I feel that way. It's a human thing. It's a human condition. It's not anything wrong with you. But what I'm telling you is that even though you feel that, despite the way you feel, keep doing what you need to do to get things done, and keep taking action. So no matter what you're experiencing right now in your job search, I want you to get up at the same time in the morning, do the same thing you're doing every day in terms of contributing to your job search or whatever action you're taking, whether that's making phone calls, sending out emails, searching LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster, wherever you search for jobs. No matter what you feel, no matter how bad you feel, how down you feel, just keep taking action. Don't let your emotions or the way you feel or feeling demotivated, don't let it get to you. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult, but I want you to keep pushing through, keep going through the process. right, of getting a job. I don't want you to depend on feeling motivated, because again, motivation at the end of the day, feeling motivated, it's an emotion. It's a helpful emotion. It's definitely helpful. It will assist you. It'll make you, it'll put you in a more of a heightened state. But I don't want you to depend on feeling motivated, because it's so addictive to just keep on trying to find things that'll keep you motivated. Because emotions, you know how they are. They go up and down, right? So don't depend on the way you feel, like feeling positive or feeling good. Don't depend on feeling a certain way in order to feel like, okay, I feel this way, so now it makes sense for me to take action. No, I mean, don't do that. I want you to keep taking action, keep doing what you need to do to get momentum in your job search, no matter how little success you might think you might be achieving. Just keep going through, keep doing it. And I'm not just saying that. Like, even as a recruiter, I experienced a lot of ups and downs during the course of my day. Just recently, I had a great offer fall apart with a candidate. Although it's not 100% still over yet. But basically, this guy, we got him an offer on the table. He was new to the country, been here I think less than a month, or almost in a month. Had an offer on the table from a great client. Everything checked out. He was happy. He was happy to move forward. The client loves him, and his only setback is, that it's the terms weren't exactly what he was looking for. It was a kind of a short-term contract, but again, new to the country, he had something on the table. The client was interested in him, and he finally decided to pull out. So first of all, I'm not upset at the candidate. So first of all, I had to take responsibility, because it means I missed something, right, as the recruiter. But my point is, so after I got off that call with this candidate, who unfortunately didn't want to go through, and I was so excited for him because, again, new to the country, great company, and a great opportunity for him to start off his career over here. But again, after I got off the call, I didn't take a break. I didn't want to go. I didn't go out for fresh air. I didn't think, I need a few minutes to take that in or anything. I hung up the phone. I picked it back up, started making calls, and just moving forward. Just moving forward to help the other people out there who need my help as well, right? Because I can't afford to feel demotivated or down or any of that getting to how I perform my job and how I do my things, because a lot of people depend on me to help them. So what did I do? I kept getting on the phones. I kept calling on people for various roles that I'm working on currently. And what did that result in? Well, I got 4 other people interviews this week, and one of those interviews is done. I believe there's 3 more to go. So, and I wasn't feeling good when I was making those phone calls. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I wasn't feeling good at all. I was feeling bad. I was feeling down. I was feeling a little sad and upset, because I felt like this candidate was throwing a tremendous opportunity out the window. But at the same time, I kept going. I just kept going. I kept pushing through, because I have a responsibility to help other people out there. I can't just depend on myself feeling good about things and hunky dory and happy and in a heightened state or anything. So I kept pushing through. So why am I telling you that? So that's what you need to be doing in your job search. So as a job seeker, you're gonna come across up and downs, just like everybody else, just like even me as a recruiter, right? So keep pushing through, keep going through whatever dark place you're in. Hey, if there's anything else I can add to that, I really can. I mean, just keep going. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. It's easier said than done. But I guarantee, if you keep pushing through that, if you can perform the right actions under the wrong emotions, I guarantee you'll feel good about yourself. I guarantee that. In fact, actually, I like the way that sounded. I don't even remember what I said now. I said, if you can perform the right actions under the wrong emotions, you'll be happy with yourself. I guarantee it. I guarantee you'll be happy about yourself. I know, because I've done that. When I've persisted in what needs to be gotten done, even though I was feeling a certain way, even though I was feeling demotivated or unhappy or down or angry even, and I still kept pushing forward, and I produced and I engaged in some sort of production. I felt good about myself. Look, even if I failed after that, I'm gonna feel good by myself, because what is that? What am I telling myself? I'm telling myself that despite the way I feel, I kept pushing forward. I didn't give up. And not to say that those of you who are kind of in a demotivated state, it doesn't mean that I'm not saying that you're giving up, but what I'm saying is keep pushing forward, and I guarantee it's gonna make you feel better about yourself, even if you don't get the right results. Simply because you're pushing forward, you're going for what you want, and you're not depending on feeling a certain way to get something done. So that's my job search tip. I hope I didn't rant too long over there. So that's my those are my thoughts for today. So no matter how you feel, remember, feeling motivated is one thing. Taking action, engaging in any level of production, that's a totally different thing. And if you have nothing else to do, don't stay indoors. If you're feeling bad and down and depressed or anything, what I personally do, I just go out. The worst thing I can do for myself if I'm in a bad state is to stay at home and do nothing and just be alone. I'll call up my friends. I'll call up I don't know whoever. Like if none of my friends are available, I go to the mall and I'll make friends. Right. Just go out somewhere. Go to a public place. Go walk around. Be out in nature or something, or just be around people. That's always the best thing. Whatever you do, don't isolate yourself. That's the worst thing you can do when you're in a demotivated state or if you're feeling down. So that's my rant. So I hope that helps those of you who might be in a rut in your job search. Again, if you're an IT professional here in Toronto, Canada, make sure that if we're not connected, feel free to connect with me. Make sure we're connected. Feel free to introduce yourself. If I can't help you now, I'm guaranteed to help you at some point in the future in your career, and I'll certainly do my best to do so. Or if not, the worst case scenario is I do put a lot of job search tips and advice on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. I'm still trying to figure out Instagram. Like I'm trying to figure out. Anyway, I'm not gonna rant about that as well. I know I've spoken a little too long already, but anyway, I am active on social media, so make sure you follow me, and I will keep putting out job search tips and content and videos and advice as much as I can to help everybody in their job search. So again, make sure you read that article I put out on Monday. It's about how to call on a recruiter, how to basically cold call on a recruiter, introduce yourself, get their attention, and start building that relationship. So again, the link is in the comments below, and that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. And with regards to that offer, I said I was falling apart. Look, to the candidate that's actually involved in that, if you're watching this, I'm not giving up on you, man. I'm gonna call you again tomorrow, because I really want you to, it's a tremendous opportunity. So anyway, I'm gonna call you tomorrow if you're watching this. All right. And what else? So the hot roles I'm working on at the moment, I still have those senior cloud DevOps engineer roles. So that same client is also looking for VMware cloud engineers, senior Linux administrators. So they have a whole bunch of DevOps and infrastructure types of roles. So make sure you connect with me if you or someone you know might be on the market for work. I'll definitely do my best to assist. And other than that, again, if you're an IT professional here in Toronto, Canada, make sure you reach out to me, connect with me if there's any way I can help you. You can reach me on my office line Monday to Friday, 416-296-1772, extension 2036. Any way I can help you, any questions, any questions you have, any tips, if you need any tips or advice, feel free to reach out to me. Message me on LinkedIn, call me, email me. You can even drop by the office, right? Just try to give me a heads up. Just in case I might have other appointments or other people that I have scheduled appointments with. Do give me a heads up. If not, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. I'm going to put another video out on Friday. And that's about it. And if there's any topics you want me to cover, don't hesitate. Just let me know, and I'll do my best to cover them. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.